Maria is a lady who works long hours. She has some chickens in a coop. There's no run. These chickens aren't doing well. And so she contacted me, and I'm gonna go over there and give her a chicken checkup. Hi, Maria. Nice to see ya.
Glad you made it.
Thank you. So I came today because you contacted me and you're having a little bit of trouble with a coop.
Yes.
So maybe you can just tell me some of the problems you're having with your coop.
Well, this coop is an older coop. It's kind of needs a little repair. Aesthetically, it needs to look a little better. I like to be able to get the chickens out in a run area during the day because I work all day long and I don't want them out in the field.
Yes.
And then at night they come in to the chicken coop, but it's not really well protected. So I want to try to redo that and reorganize it so that it's a little more functional.
Okay, sounds great. So let's go have a look at the coop and then we'll really see what's going on. These walls are just a mishmash of just rusted out chicken wire, and then on top of that is layered metal and wood, and really it just looks like it's years of layered on stuff. So I will be redoing a lot of these walls. To me, it looks like everything's in the wrong spot. I don't like where the roost is. You know, the roost really isn't big enough. It's just in the wrong spot. So I'm gonna rearrange the entire inside of this chicken coop. I can have a better layout in here. How did you get started with chickens in the first place?
Well, actually, I have had chickens for most of my life, and I've always enjoyed having them around because they do become very personable.
Yeah, they're so cute.
So then everywhere I've been, home just really hasn't been home without somebody crowing or somebody cackling and having to go out and feed them.
The house isn't the same without the chickens around.
So I always want to make sure they have a decent place to live.
Yes.
And something to protect them because I can't be here all the time.
Right, right. It's a hen house. The door on this coop is in the complete wrong spot. I don't know who built this, but it's on the back side of the coop. So I'm for sure gonna move this door. Are you getting many eggs?
No, not too many right now.
I'm gonna fix that for you.
Okay, because I need.
Because that's the whole point, isn't it?
Exactly.
Well, we love them because they eat bugs around the farm. That is a point too for me. I love that they eat bugs, but I also want eggs.
I want something for it.
Exactly. You know, I like that it's a dirt floor. I personally love that. This just needs a good cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure it's a little bit dirty because you said that you have to keep them locked up while you work. So they stay in here. And the good thing is you only have 3, so they're not too crowded in here. But we'll build a little run, and then that'll ease that up so they can go outside and inside. This won't be quite as dirty.
Well, I'd also like to move the door because it's kind of inconvenient to have it on the back side.
It's a little awkward that the door is like around the back of the hen house.
Right.
When I'm approaching the building, that's when I like to size everything up. As I'm approaching, you know, if I could see animals, the door, like stuff, you know. So, yeah, we're going to move the door. The only thing is I don't think we're going to move the door to this end. First of all, these look pretty decent. We'll leave those there. But also, when people are approaching, you don't want them to doink their head on the sharp tin.
Yes, definitely.
So I think the best we can do is move the door right here.
Yes.
So we have this to, you know, secure it to, and I'll put another board right here. And then you won't have to worry about anybody poking their eye out or like taking the top of their head off. And then you did tell me that the wind blows from this direction.
Yes, very cold.
So, you know, I think since you're up on this hill and you probably get a lot of wind, we should just make that solid. And so we'll move the door over there, maybe have a little chicken run out this way. And then if they want, you know, a little fresh air, they can come over here.
Right, and they'll get this nice east sun here in the morning, and then the western sun won't be so blazing in the afternoon.
That'll be nice. I don't think you need too big of a run because you do let them out a lot, right? So this is just when you're at work, the days you have to work.
Right.
Because the hen house is great. It's huge. And you don't plan on having too many chickens ever, do you?
No, I don't want any more than 4 hens and maybe 1 rooster.
Okay, so 5 tops.
And then when I go camping, then I want to be able to keep them penned
Contained.
up, but still in a run.
I love that too, because that way it's easy for the pet sitter.
Yes.
It's so much easier. And then people are more apt to pet sit for you if you have it super easy for them.
Right.
You know, they don't want to come over and like shovel stalls and carry buckets of feed. Like, yeah, can you just take a quick peek and, you know, dump some food, make sure the water's full? They're like, sure, no problem, because it's 5 minutes, you know.
Well, and I'd also like to get rid of this tarp situation too.
I mean, this side, the one that you're approaching, this side is like needs a little love.
Yeah, it needs.
So we'll work on this side.
Okay.
A lot of people just overdo it with the chickens, and the joy goes down and the problems go up when you have too many. It's a very balanced right in the middle there, where you got to just have the perfect number where you're getting enough eggs, you're enjoying them, but it's not to where it's a burden when you just get too many.
Right.
You do stuff and then you just like live with it for a little while, see how it works out, see how the chickens like it, and then, you know, a lot of times you have to make a few adjustments.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so we have a plan. Is like cover this. Here. So now we're gonna put up all this new wood, plywood. It's gonna be just fresh, new. Afterwards, we're gonna paint it. It's just gonna look so much better. It's gonna block the wind better, and it's gonna just structurally look better all the way around. It's just gonna be better. We'll just leave that like that for now.
Boom.
Oh, it's almost a door.
It is. It looks great.
Oh my God, I swear I just pushed more dirt in the damn hole putting it in. This pose is such a pain in the neck. So what you do is you get the hole good. I'm gonna pound it. We can always add more dirt. The thing about the door is it's nice when the door hits a lot of stuff and it doesn't.
Tap in the wind. Right.
You'd rather have it hit something, latch well, even if it's too far this way. It's better than having it too far that way if you're gonna make a mistake.
Yeah.
We're gonna screw it in right now. We gotta get a screw. I don't know if that's level. It doesn't look level. Okay, go up and down. Wiggle back and forth. Twisty. Do the twist. Look up so you're paying attention. Okay, up and down now. Until it fits under there. Hold on, I'll do it. Let go.
You're gonna lift up the roof.
It's not going to lift up the roof. Believe me, that's going to settle, so it's going to be perfect. It is always, you know, difficult to try to insert, you know, a strong kind of structural beam into a building that's already built. And of course, a chicken coop is not built plumb or square. But I am going to do the best I can, and this thing will be sturdy, so you won't have to worry about the door falling or collapsing on us when we're using it. Oh, let me try to get this up here. Is it up there? Whoopsie! We're going to have to get the snips, which are right here. Hold on. You know what I'm thinking here?
Yeah.
That might have to be cut.
Why?
Because the door is going to hit that and it won't be right up against this, and we want it right up against this. Look at that. It's so short from there to there. We're going to have to cut the door.
Well, just tilt
Angle it, huh?
Can't you just tilt the door?
Tilt it how? It's touching onto that.
Lift the back end.
That's not going to make it that any shorter, Maria, and this is almost touching. No, you can't tilt it. Pick it up. Well, it hits right there now because we didn't cut that. We got to cut that. Bring it back over there. But lay it down the way it is now, I guess. Okay, get it up there. Go towards, pick it up. Go towards you. Why is it, oh.
It's because of the wire.
Not that far, come back. The wire's a real pain in the ass. Chicken wire is annoying. Then the door is just so much in a better spot. Like I said, I can tell you're coming in here more. I'm the chicken coop feng shui lady.
Well, I think it's really going to give it feng shui when I paint it.
We might have to cut these ends off right here. So this is going to rest on something. And look, over here, it'll be on this.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So they can go boink, boink, boink. The more they hop, the healthier they are. Chickens are kind of little jungle birds.
Okay. They like it flat?
Yeah, they love that. They'll hop up there at night, but then they have a choice. They can use them all.
Okay.
Before, they would just use one.
Yeah.
And then if you're thinking, oh, it's too high, they won't jump up there, that cement block in the corner, put it where you're standing. It'll be it's a little baby's boost up step, which I don't think the chickens need it. Okay, so I want you to go ahead on the design here.
Okay, so what about this corner?
We're gonna cut these off.
Right.
So it's just gonna be a square.
Right.
Oh, the corner, we can just put a little 2x4 there
Okay.
to hold that and give it a little support on that corner.
So we're cutting.
All those off. Okay, so get this out of the coop then. We'll do that. And then we're going to tighten all those. You know what I mean? So they're on there good.
They're kind of rickety.
We had all this metal left over, and I love to recycle. I mean, there's no reason why you can't use what you have around the farm. I love to do that, especially when I'm building animal shelters. The animals don't care. They're not picky. It saves you a few bucks, and why not do it? So we are going to use these metal sheathing, you know, these little pieces of metal here on this one side wall. We're just going to put it up, use it, and it's going to look great. It's going to be like a little feature wall, little metal feature wall. I'm pounding in these metal posts. We need to make a little run here for these chickens. They need to get outside during the day while Maria's at work. Nobody's here. They can't be locked in this coop. Even though it's a really, really big hen house, they still need to get outside, get a little fresh air, a little sunshine while she's at work during the day. They can just get out and about on their own. They can go in and out when they want to. Attaching this fence to the post is really hard work. It's not really that easy. Once you get it on here, it stays on here really, really good. Nothing can get it off. It's really hard to get it off. Okay, so you're gonna come behind me and see, twist that around there. Then you're gonna wire these together, okay? But getting it on is also really hard too. So it takes a little work, it takes a little time, but really if you want a sturdy coop, it's worth it. So just, you know, take your time, get them on there good, and you will not have to worry about anything getting into your coop. Okay, well the last one, look it, will attach to here, like hinges. And then we can zip tie it on the side and right there.
Well, just at least.
You want the whole thing to open like this?
No.
Because look it, if this is secured tightly,
Right.
and this is zip tied.
Just zip tie each half, and then I can just pull this half up.
We're having a little discussion of how the best way to open the coop at the end. She needs some kind of a little opening to get in there from time to time. It won't be often, but from time to time, she might need to get in there to, you know, clean it up a bit. Maybe there's going to be a sick chicken stuck out here in the end of the coop, at the end of the run, or just who knows, for whatever reason. She might have to get out to this wire part. Of course, she's not going to be able to fit through the little chicken door that comes out through the hen house. So we're going to have to leave a little area here at the end of the wire where she can just easily unclip it, flip the wire back, and hop over the edge where she can get into this wire run. But that's not going to work good like that.
Oh, okay. Why? Because if you just zip tie just to here,
So you want this secured tight.
this half secure.
Okay, and then you're just going to get on the far
I'm
side
just
there.
gonna
Okay,
do
okay,
this.
that'll work. Okay, all right. Maria, I told Maria to pick out a color paint for her coop, and I hinted that I would like purple. Of course, she could pick whatever color she wanted, and she did pick a different color purple than I would have picked, but it's still beautiful. I think it's gonna look fabulous. And here we go, and I just can't wait to see what it looks like. It's gonna be the Purple Palace.
Oh, I wasn't gonna paint the tent. I kind of like that old barn look with no color, but I like the side looks great.
You just wanted the wood,
Just the wood.
painted? Oh, I was gonna do the whole thing purple. Here I am thinking the whole coop is gonna be painted purple. I'm going crazy with the purple paint. I'm ready to paint the whole thing purple. When I think Purple Palace, I'm thinking the entire thing. I'm going crazy with the purple paint. Well, Maria had a different idea. She thought the metal wall should just stay metal. She liked that idea.
Well, I think it's gonna overpower the whole thing. I'd like to have just the farm chicken house look on.
Oh, you like the chickeny house look. All right, well, I'm gonna spray that off, I guess, see if I can get it off. So I'm like, oops, sorry, I got carried away. So I had to get the hose here and wash off the paint. And luckily, you know, the paint wasn't dry yet. It was still wet, so I'm able to get it off. It's like, sorry, I got a little too excited. Time for you to skedaddle. Take all that paint stuff with you. And then I'm gonna do the little finishing touches, and then you can come back and see everything when it's done. I'm sending Maria away. It's time for her to go take a little break. Let me finish up with these finishing touches. I wanna have them, you know, I wanna have this coop all set up and get all the finishing touches on, so when she comes back, she just sees everything done, everything in its place, and just walks in and she's like, oh, look at that, and everything's done and ready to go. We have these nice little nest boxes. She only has a few chickens, so 2 nest boxes are plenty. Just need a little hay in one, and I do want to cover this one. I want to see if the chickens like it better. I do think chickens do like a little more privacy, so I want to put a cover on the top of this one. And we're doing a little test. I will ask Maria and see which ones they like better, the covered one or the opened one. And I'm putting my money on the covered one. I think that's the one they'll lay all their eggs in. Also, this nice little roost, I rearranged it. Now I put it long ways so they can hop from roost to roost. Instead of having it more like a ladder, I think this is gonna work out better for the chickens. Also, having the water hung closer to the door, of course, makes the chore of taking care of the chickens much easier. You know, having all that stuff close to the door just makes it easier. And yet the chickens have everything they need at all times. So that's what I'm thinking about when I walk into somebody's chicken coop. You know, I think of the person, their lifestyle, and then I want to set the coop up the best for their situation. Okay, come on, Maria, I'm going to show you your coop.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
I got the finishing touches done on it.
Yes.
You know, obviously moving the door is fabulous. Because
Yes.
now you can just go in.
So much easier.
Your house is on that side and you can just go in, you know, and because to have to walk around the back here to get in, to me was just such a deal breaker.
It was.
Such a deal breaker.
It was.
And so we thought about putting it here. But of course you don't ever want anybody to get joinked on the tin and hurt themselves. So that was just absolutely not even an option.
Right.
It's just so much better. And also a lot of wires so they can get a nice breeze up here and they're not just stuck in a stuffy, you know, coop. Even though it's huge, I love that, how big it is. Love it. And the color is so adorable. I just love, love, love the purple. I tell everybody, they're like, what color should I paint? I'm like, paint it purple.
Yeah.
You picked the perfect shade. It's beautiful. See, I would have been more grape, but I just love the shade you chose. The run is absolutely perfect while you're gone at work, like about 50 hours a week, right?
At least, yeah.
And they used to be locked in the coop, and now they have a little area for themselves to come out and stretch their legs and get a little sunshine.
Well, and they're protected too, because that's my big concern, is being protected.
And okay, so it is very bright sun. So if I was you, another couple things you can do in the future is I would put a little row of plants here of some kind.
Okay.
It's kind of
Wind
slanting
block.
this way. It'll add shade. It'll help with a little bit of erosion.
Okay.
And the chicken poo, when it rains, the water will come and fertilize the plants and keep them
true.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And then this end is 10, since we recycled, which I love to recycle.
Yes.
To me, recycling is awesome, and you can just, you know, make awesome animal shelters out of recycled material. This is my egg fuel chicken food, but of course on top I wanted to show you this, which you're going to have to go to the feed store and buy this. This right here is crushed oyster shells.
Yeah.
Oh, you have some of those already. This needs to be available at all times because they need the calcium for their muscles to work. I'm always like this. For their muscles to work back there to lay the egg. Those muscles need a lot of calcium. Otherwise, they'll get egg bound.
Okay.
And then that's horrible. It's a pain in the neck to deal with that. So to avoid that, once a week, what I'll do is I'll just put like a can like this size in the bag of crushed oyster shells. And once a week or once every 2 weeks, I just put a full can in here. So I'm going to show you. You can just scatter it. They'll get it. Like people are like, oh, how should I do it? Just throw it in there. Throw it out in the run like this where they can pick around. And like if you notice they don't eat it, don't keep throwing more on. Just wait. Give them a chance and they will. Sometimes it takes them a little while to discover something new when they're not used to it.
Right.
Like I always say is I love chickens for clients because they're not too picky.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a very big, wide door. I also like that. It makes it easy to clean. That's why we kept the door. It's the perfect size. Even though you have to duck in, it's plenty wide. It'll be super easy for you to clean. You could even fit the garden cart in here if you needed to.
Yes.
And okay, so what I want to tell you is I put this little lid on the nest box. We'll see if she likes that one the best. We'll have to see which one they choose. That one just has a tiny bit more privacy. And we'll just see if they like that better. I did give it a good cleaning.
Looks great. It's level.
Leveled it all
Very
out
well,
nice.
yeah.
Because, you know, when they were in here for 50 plus hours a week, of course they're digging for bugs. People think they eat grass. It's like, no, they eat bugs. And when they dig all that, they're looking for the bugs down in the corners. I like the water thing close to the door to make it easy on you because water is very heavy.
Right.
And there's no point like trying to go all the way across the coop to hang the water.
Go around the door to get
Yes,
in.
it would be super convenient right there. I will add, if I were you, since there's plenty of room, especially in that corner, I would get a water pan. It doesn't have to be very deep.
Okay.
Just to leave that available at all times.
Okay.
I think they do drink better out of the pan. This is great if you're going away, and just to leave it here. Like I wouldn't move that. I'd leave that as well. But we took those like ladder kind of roost you had, and what I wanted to do was put it over here and put it across ways. And they can easily jump up here, but if they get old and you don't think they can, I would put that block right here. And it's so cute. They'll stand on that block and hop up.
Okay.
If you ever see them and you're like, oh, they're struggling, you can like help them a little.
Yeah.
But I bet you they're going to like to sit there and look out the window because chickens are nosy.
Yeah.
They're so funny. They're nosy. And then I did go ahead and put the little door to the run right in the corner there. I like to like stir up the enthusiasm and be like, okay, we're going to spruce up the coop and we're going to get them laying. So you're like, yes, I have chickens.
Great. And this looks great. It's a great start. So now I just got to get the feed going so I can get some.
And wait until you have the
Something
extra eggs and you bring them to work and you give them away. Everybody will be like, oh, you have chickens? I love those eggs. And it'll just be a hit. You'll be a hit.
Right. This is absolutely what I was looking for. It's great. And
I'm really happy.
I really like it.
I'm such a weirdo. Like I love redoing chicken coops and like turning people on and getting it all going and making them happy.
It's just, I would not have thought of how doing all this, and it looks so much roomier and so much
like you could almost
happier.
spend the day in there yourself
just
if
take-
there was a chair in the corner.
Check a chair and a book, and that way I don't have dogs panting in my face. But no,
That's
it's
so
worked
funny.
out so beautiful. I love it.
I'm so glad. That just makes me so happy. If you would like to learn more about raising chickens and keeping them happy and healthy, you can look for my book. Search for it on Amazon, Becky's Guide to Raising Backyard Chickens.